Hi there guys, Riyadh here from tabletopminis.com and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 battle report. So it's been a while since we've done one of these, but we're getting back in the swing of it now. So we're going to be showing you Eldar versus Tyranids, 1250 points. So let's show you the armies. So here we've got the Eldar army, and that's led by a Farseer on a jet bike. And he is in a unit of 6 Windrunners. And then we have 5 Dark Reapers with an X-Arch, and that X-Arch has the Eldar missile launcher. And then we have a Wraith Knight with the 2 Wraith cannons, and he's got 2 shoulder-mounted Shuriken cannons as well. And then we've got 3 Viper jet bikes. They're not upgraded. I didn't have any points to get the extra Shuriken cannons, so they're just as standard. And then we have a Crimson Hunter with star cannons and an X-Arch. And we have a unit of 3 Windrunners by themselves. So that's the 2 troop choices, the jet bike. And then we have 5 Warp Spiders with the X-Arch, and the X-Arch has a Spinneret rifle. So there's no formation here other than a combined arms detachment. And that's the Eldar. So here we've got the Tyranid side, and that's led by the
Hive Tyrant. He's got regen, wings, and 2 Twin-Link Devourers. Then we have 3 Warriors, one with a Barbed Strangler. And then we have 2 Carnifexes here. That one there has regen, the other one does not.
Okay.
And then we have 8 Gene Stealers, 6 of them have adrenal glands. And then the middle flyer there is a Hive Crone, upgraded with a Stinger Salvo. And then the 2 flyers on the side are Harpies, and they are unupgraded.
So that is 1250 points to Tyranids. So we have the board set up, we have the objectives placed. We're playing on 6x4. This is the Sands of Time mat from GameMat.eu, if any of you are interested. We have objective 2 here, number 1 there, number 6 in this corner on the hill, number 4 in the bastion, number 5 back there, and number 3 in the corner over here. And we roll to see which scenario we're playing, and it's Tactical Escalation, so we get more tactical objectives as the turns go on. So the Eldar has rolled on the Warlord trace table, and I've got Ambush of Blades, so once per game in the start of the shooting or assault phase, I can make all friendly units within 12 inches reroll to wound rolls of a 1, which is quite nice. And psychic powers wise, we have got Guide, Executioner, Fortune, and Mind War. And on the Tyranid side, he got Synaptic Linchpin as his Warlord trait, so the Warlord's synapse range is 18 inches. And for psychics, he got, what did you get? Catalyst
and Psychic Scream.
Okay, so now let's see who deploys first, and that's 1 for the Eldar and a 2 for the Tyranids. So yeah, you to choose. So now the board's been fully set up, and we have here on the Eldar side, we've got the Viper Squadron over here, and the Dark Reapers are on the hill, with the Wraith Knight in the middle. And then we have the Warp Spiders just sitting in that crater there. And we've got the Farseer and his unit of 6 Windrunners just there. And the 1 unit of 3 Windrunners over there on that objective. And over on the Tyranid side, we've got the 3 Tyranid Warriors sitting in that crater and objectives there. We have got the Harpy up here. We've got Carnifex down there. Got the Hive Crone in the middle, the Tyrant and another Carnifex, and then over on the flank we've got another Harpy, and the Gene Stealers are just on that objective in the corner. So let's try and seize the initiative. So needing a 6 here. Come on. No, missed it. So Tyranids to start. So start at turn 1 for the Tyranids, and we're going to draw an objective card, tactical objective, and secure objective 6, which is the objective in the far corner over there where my Windrunners are. Okay, so rolling for mysterious objectives, and number 3 here is a 2, which is nothing of note. And number 5 over here is a 3, which is Skyfire Nexus. So start the movement, and the Harpy here is going to move forward.
It's going to be swooping.
Yeah, he's swooping. Is that 24 inches?
Yep.
And now the Carnifex is going to move up 6 inches. And now the crone, the hive crone, is going to move 24 inches up to here. All these flyers swooping in. And the Carnifex is moving up 6 inches. And now the Hive Tyrant is going to move 24 inches.
He's swooping.
And he's swooping up to here. And now the final Harpy is going to swoop 24 to bring him up here. So, flying circus in our face. And now the Gene Stealers at the back, they're going to run forward. So 2d6, and they've got fleet.
Okay,
so
I'll keep that so they can move.
Okay,
10
so
inches.
he's keeping that 10-inch move. So the Gene Stealers are moving 10 inches, and counting that cliff face is 2 inches to move down. So. Okay, so Psychic Phase, and let's see how many warp charges we get.
So I have 4 and you have 5, I believe.
Yeah, I've got ML3.
Yeah.
So now the Hive Tyrant's going to try and cast Catalyst on himself. So he's throwing 3 dice at that. And it's a 1 warp charge, so
It goes off.
1 of them goes off. I'll throw all 5 of my dispels here, so that's dispelled.
Yep.
So start the shooting phase, and the Tyranid warrior with the barbed strangler there, he is going to shoot at the Dark Reaper's X-Arch. So
here,
it's a large blast, so let's roll a scatter and artillery.
Okay,
And it's 11 inches back.
Minus 3, that's 8 inches.
8 inches from there,
So
so that doesn't hit anything. And now the Hive Tyrant here, he's going to shoot the unit of 3 Windrunners, so that's 12 shots, hitting on 3s.
Rerollable.
Yep, the twin linked, so I can reroll them misses.
Okay.
So that's 10 hits. And now strength 6, toughness 4, so 2+ to wound. And that is 8 wounds. So a 3+ save. And that is 3 failed saves.
So they're all dead.
So that is the unit wiped out.
It's first blood to me.
First blood to the Tyranids. And now the Harpy here is going to shoot a Stranglethorn cannon at the unit of Farseer and Windrunners, and he's going to place a marker just there in the middle.
Covers 6.
So scatter and artillery, and it's twin linked, so we can reroll the scatter. So the blast marker scatters 2 inches, and it covers just the back 4, including the Farseer. Look out, sir. And he makes it. So 4 strength 6 hits, 2+ to wound against toughness 4. So it's 4 wounds, and 3+ save. 3+ save, and they all save it. Nice. So now the Hive Crone here, he's going to shoot his Tentaclids at the Viper Squadron here. So that is hitting on a 4.
Okay, so 1 hit. Now rolling on the haywire table.
That's a 6 on the
so
haywire
it's a
table.
penetrating hit.
So rolling on the vehicle damage table for that penetrating hit. And that is a 1.
So it's a crew shaken, so
The vehicle can only snap fire.
yeah.
Until the end of its next turn. Now the final Harpy here, he's going to shoot a Stranglethorn cannon at the Vipers, and so we place that large blast marker, it covers all of them. Scatter and 2d6,
Direct
and
hit.
that's direct hit, so all 3 of them are covered. So for the first Viper, strength 6, so 4 for a glance,
No.
so nothing happens there. For the middle one, a 2, so nothing happens there, and the final Viper, a 1, so
Nothing happens.
ineffective. So that is end of turn 1 for the Tyranids, and
Yep.
first blood was Took for killing that unit of Windrunners in the corner. And are you going to discard your objective?
Discard that one.
Okay, so down to 0 objectives, and into turn 1 for the Eldar. So to see which objective we get here, Big Game Hunter. See what the mysterious objective is here, and objective number 2. We have a 1, which is sabotage. So at the end of the turn in which the objective was identified, roll d6, and a roll of a 1. All units within 3 inches of the marker suffer a d6 strength 4 AP hits, AP- hits. So start the movement phase for the Eldar, and I'm just going to move my jet bikes slightly forward a few inches. And now my warp spiders, they're going to make a warp jump, so that's 2d6 plus 6. So that, let me reroll that, that's cocked, is 11 inches. So these guys are going to jump 11 inches towards the Hive Tyrant up here. And now my Wraith Knight is just going to move forward over here. And now the Vipers, they're just going to move up to over here near the Harpy. So into the Psychic phase, and now let's see how many warp charges we get. So that is a 4 plus Mastery level 3, so 7 dice for the Eldar.
I get 6.
And 6 for the Tyranids. So I'm going to start by casting Guide on the unit of jet bikes here. So it's warp charge 1. And I make that on 1 charge. You're going to deny that?
Yeah, I'm going to use 3 dice.
Okay, 3 dice to deny. And it's not denied. And next I'm going to cast Fortune on the same unit of Windrunners and the Farseer. It's warp charge 2. So that is, I'll keep that roll, so that's 3 charges.
Okay, I'll roll 3. Need 3, 1, 6. Should I get?
So it's filled. So into the shooting phase, and we'll start with the Warp Spiders here, shooting at the Hive Tyrant. So they're snap firing, and we'll start with the normal Warp Spiders. So that's 8 shots, and we're hitting on 6s here. So that is 2 hits. So wounded on 3s. 2 wounds, 2 3+ saves.
Which he makes.
They both. And now the X-Arch's Spinneret Rifle on the Tyrant, so 6+ to hit. Which it doesn't do, so nothing from the Warp Spiders. And now the Shuriken Cannons from the Windrunners here are going to shoot at the Hive Tyrant, so they're snap firing on 6s. And we've got Guide, so we can reroll any failed ones. So we have got 4 hits. 4 hits, and we'll reroll all of these. So that's 5, 6, 7 hits. That's not bad for Snapfire. And that's strength 6 against toughness 6, so 4+. And that is 4 wounds. One of them is a 6, so that is automatically resolved at AP 2.
Okay, so he's down to 3 wounds.
And a 3+ save on them other wounds. So that's 1 more wound. So
down to 2 wounds.
Down to 2 wounds.
And he needs to take a grounding test at the end.
Yeah. And next, my Wraith Knight here, he's going to shoot his 2 Wraith Cannons at the Carnifex with the regen back there. So he is Ballistical 4, so that's a 3+ to hit. And they both hit. So let's roll on the D table twice. And that is, wow, that's a 6 and a 1. So that's...
So he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. That's a 6 plus D6 wounds, yeah. So that Carnifex is instantly dead. And that also means that I complete the Big Game Hunter objective because he's a monstrous creature, that Carnifex. And next, the shoulder-mounted Shuriken Cannons here. Both of them are going to shoot at the Harpy here. So that's 6 shots, and we're snap firing on 6. And that's 1 hit. And it's strength 6 against toughness 5. So that's a 4+ to wound. Sorry, 3+ to wound. Which it makes. So that's a 4+ save. Which he makes, so nothing happens there. And next, the 4 Reapers here, they're going to shoot at the Harpy here, or sorry, the Hive Crone, so that's 6s to hit, and that's 8 shots here, snap firing, so nothing hits. And because the Crone swooped, we can reroll all of them because of inescapable accuracy, so 6s, and 1 hit.
4+.
So wounded on a 4+, which it doesn't do, so nothing there. And now the X-Arch here with the Eldar missile launcher, he's going to shoot at the Hive Crone with a Starhawk missile. So it's normally heavy 1, but because of fast shot he gets 2 shots and Skyfire. So he's Ballistical 5, so he is hitting on a 2+. And I can reroll failed to hit rolls. So that's 2 hits, and it's strength 7 against toughness 5, so that's a 2+ to wound. So it's 1 wound. Okay. And it's AP 4, so no save. So it's 1 wound on the Hive Crone. And now these Viper jet bikes, they're going to shoot their Shuriken Cannons at the Harpy here, so snapshotting. And that is 2 hits. And we're strength 6 against toughness 5. So that is 2 shots at strength 6 against toughness 5, so that's 3+. And that's 1 wound. And
so what's the AP on that?
AP 5, so
yeah, 4 plus.
4 plus save, which he doesn't do, so 1 wound on the harpy here, down to 4. And now the twin-linked shuriken catapults here are going to shoot at the harpy. So 6 shots, hitting on 6s. That is 1 hit. That's a 5 plus to wound, and it wounds.
So 4.
And it is AP 5, so that's a 4 plus to save, which he makes. Now we'll just do some grounded tests here. So for this harpy, a 3 plus, he stays in the air, which he does. Now for this hive crone, 3 plus, which he doesn't, so he goes to ground.
And he takes strength 9.
So the hive crone is grounded, and he takes a strength 9 hit, so wounding on 2 plus, which it does. So that's no saves allowed, so he's down to 3 wounds. And now grounded test for the hive tyrant, and he's okay. So into the combat phase, and the wraith knight here is going to charge the grounded crone, so that he makes it. So in he goes. So let's do his hammer of wrath first. So that's a strength 10 hit, wounding on 2 plus, which it makes, and it's AP dash, so you can save on a 4 plus, which he makes. So we've got 5 attacks, because extra 1 because we charge. So that's hitting on 3s, weapon skill 4 against 3. Whoa, only 1 hit. Wounding on 2s, and this is instant death, and it wounds.
Okay.
So that is the crone is dead.
But I can attack before I die.
Yep, so you can attack back because we're both initiative 5. So the crone's hitting back, and that's 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's 1 hit, wounding on 6s because toughness 8, which it doesn't do. So we just remove the crone. And now we're just going to check that this sabotaged hill here, see if it does any damage to the Reaper. So on a 1, no, they're okay. So that is the end of turn 1 for the Eldar, and we managed to get our big hit game hunter, so we're on 1 objective complete. So now turn 2 for the Tyranids, and 2 objectives because tactical escalation. So secure objective 2, which
is over there,
is the one that the Dark Reapers are on. And second objective is recon. So to do that, you'd have to uncover number 1 and number 6. So now the Hive Tyrant here, he's going to swoop over to objective 6 so we can uncover that mysterious objective. So let's see what that is, that mysterious objective, and it's a 3,
Skyfire.
which is Skyfire Nexus. And now the Gene Stealers here are going to run forward, so they've got fleet, so they can reroll if they want.
Reroll that.
Reroll the 2, so that's 10 inches. And now we'll uncover objective 4 to see what mysterious objective that is. And that is 4. So that is a targeting relay. And now the Harpy here is going into glide mode so that you can get that objective 1, or we can uncover it. So let's see what it is. It's a 4, so that is a targeting relay as well.
Yeah.
So that is all the mysterious objectives have been uncovered on the board, so that's one of the tactical objectives that you've got. And now the Carnifex here is going to move behind some cover. And now the other Harpy is going to swoop over my Dark Reapers. So I think he's trying to drop a bomb on me here. So the Harpy's Spore Mine here, he's going to drop over the Reapers just there. And scatter and 2d6. Okay. So 7 inches, 3 Spore Mines. So that's 2 Spore Mines.
Put him.
So there's 2 Spore Mines there. That's movement complete. So in the Psychic phase, let's see how many warp charges we get. And 8 for me and 7 for you. Okay, so the Hive Tyrant here is going to try and cast Catalyst on himself to give himself a Feel No Pain. Yeah. And how many dice do you want to throw at that?
7.
You sure 7 dice?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think he's scared here of Perils of the Warp. And that is Perils. So let's see what happens to him. Okay, so rolling on the Perils of the Warp table. And that is a 5, which is Empiri feedback. The Psyker must take a leadership test. If the test failed, he suffers 1 wound with no saves of any kind allowed. That's the leadership test on leadership 10. Oh, which he fails, so he takes 1 wound. So he's
down to 1 wound.
Down to 1 wound. And we'll try and dispel that He had 4 warp charges. So that is 2. So now we'll reroll all of that because of the Warlock special rule. And we don't dispel. So now the Hive Tyrant here, he's going to shoot at the unit of Windrunners. So that's 12 shots, hitting on 3s.
Reroll.
And rerollable because it's twin linked.
Yep. Okay, so they all hit.
They all hit. Toughness 4 and strength
6. So that's 2+.
2+ to wound.
Okay.
So
That is
10 wound.
10.
Okay, so we've got 10 wounds here, and we're going to have to do lookout sirs for every one of them. So, lookout sir for the first wound, 4+, and he makes it. So, and the final wound, 4+ lookout sir. Nope. And 3+ save. Nope. Rerollable. Nope. So that's another wound. So he's down to 1 wound. Okay, so now the Harpy is going to shoot a Stranglethorn cannon.
It covers all of them.
Over here, so it covers all of them. So scatter and 2d6. And it's twin linked.
I'm going to reroll that.
Okay.
Direct hit.
Direct hit, so they're all covered. So lookout sir for my Farseer, 4+, which he makes. So 6 shots wounding on a 2+. That is 5 wounds, and that's 5 saves of 3+. And it can reroll because of fortune. It can reroll failed armor saves. So they all save. And now this Harpy here, he's going to shoot Stranglethorn cannon again at the middle here. So scatter and 2d6.
Direct
so
hit.
Direct hit. So
look
look out sir for the Farseer, 4+, which he makes. And that's 6 shots, wounding on 2s. So that's 5 wounds and saving on 3s. And rerollable, so 1 dead, 1 removed from middle here. And now the Carnifex is going to attack the Vipers here, so that's 12 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Rerollable.
Okay, that's because they're what, twin linked?
Yeah. Okay, so that is 10 hits.
So that's 4s to glance and 5s to pen.
Okay,
So that is what? 3 glances and 3 pens. So that is all 3 of the Vipers wiped out. And next the Tyranid warrior over there with the Barbed Strangler. He's going to shoot the Dark Reapers here. Yeah. So putting the blast over the middle guy. And scatter 2d6. So that's 9 inches off that way. Minus the bliss skill of 3, so 6 inches. And it doesn't cover anything. So we're into the combat phase now, and the Gene Stealers here, they are going to try and charge the Warp Spiders. So that's 10 inches, and they have fleet, so...
Yeah, I will reroll that.
I think so. That's 3, so that's a failed charge, so they just stay where they are. So the Hive Tyrants regen, see if he heals a wound on a 4+. Which
3+.
he doesn't.
Right.
And that's the end of Tyranid turn 2, so he has got Recon, and he's going to discard Secure Objective 2. So into turn 2 for the Eldar. So let's see what they are. And we have Secure Objective 4, which is up here in the Bastion. And we have Secure Objective 1, which is... There's Objective 1, which is just under here. So we're rolling for reserves now. See if the Crimson Hunter comes on, and that's 3+, which he makes. So the Crimson Hunter is coming on here on the table edge, and he's getting ready to unleash on the Harpy over there. So movement, and the Warp Spiders here are going to jump, warp jump, so 2d6 plus 6. That is 12 inches. So they're just going to move up here. So we can get rapid fire on the Tyrant in the shooting phase with the X-Arch. And the jet bikes, they're going to move up to just over here, get within 3 inches of that building. Now the Wraith Knight is just going to move up here to within an inch of the Harpy. So Psychic Phase, see how many warp charges we get, and that is 4 for me and 3 for the Tyranids. We'll start by casting Guide on this unit of jet bikes. So that's 2 dice. I'm going to throw 2 at it. Ooh, and I don't do it. I'm going to use his Farseer ability to reroll that. So that's 2 charges, it went off.
Okay.
And do you want to deny the witch?
Yeah, I'll roll 3.
All 3.
And
So goes off. Now I'm going to try and cast Fortune on the jet bikes again. So that's 2 dice, 2 warp charges. And it doesn't make it. So we'll start the shooting phase with these 4 warp spiders shooting at the tyrant. So that's 8 shots, snap firing on 6s. And that's 1 hit. And it's strength 6 monofilament against initiative 5, so that's a 3+, which it doesn't make. And now the X-Arch with his spinneret rifle, so that is 2 shots. And 1 hit. And strength 6 against initiative 5, so 3+, which it makes, and it's a AP 1, so that is 1 wound.
Get a cover.
Okay, 5+ save.
So he's dead.
So the Hive Tyrant is dead, and that's Slay the Warlord for the Eldar. And we forgot that the Tyrant here had Catalyst, so that's a 6+ Feel No Pain, which it doesn't make, so he is dead. And my Farseer here, he's going to use his Warlord trait, Ambush of Blades, so anybody within 12 inches of him can reroll to wound rolls of a 1. So it can only be used once per game. Now these 4 jet bikes here, they're going to shoot at the Gene Stealers, so that is hitting on 3s. And that is wounding on 2s. And I can reroll 1s because of Ambush of Blades. So that is 6 wounds, and they're AP 5, so
no save.
6 of them dead. And now the Warlock's going to shoot the Twin Link Shuriken Catapult at the Gene Stealers, and he's Bliss Skill 5, so 2+ to hit. So that's Twin Linked, so we can reroll that 1. So that's 2 hits. Strength 4 against Toughness 4, so 4+ to wound, rerollable because of Ambush of Blades. So that is 1 wound, and it's AP 5, so 1 more dead. And now the Wraith Knight's going to shoot both of his Wraith Cannons at the Carnifex here. So hitting on 3s. Ooh, both missed. And now he's going to shoot both of his Shuriken Cannons at the Carnifex, so that's 6 shots hitting on 3s. So that is 5 hits, and it's strength 6 against toughness 6, so 4+. So that's 2 wounds, and
AP?
because AP 2 because of
Alright, so that's 2
wounds on the
3+3.
Carnifex. That's 2 wounds, and he's down to 2 wounds. Now these Dark Reapers are going to shoot their Star Swarm missiles at the Carnifex there. So we have 8 shots hitting on 3s, which is 7 hits. We're strength 5 against toughness 6, so we're wounding on 5s here. And we're AP 3, so no save at 3 wounds.
So I get cover save,
Yeah,
5+.
Cover save of 5+ for them 3 wounds. So 3 wounds, so he's dead. And now the Crimson Hunter here is going to shoot its Pulse Laser at the Harpy. So we've got 2 shots hitting on 2s because we've got an X-Arch. So that's 2 hits. And strength 8 against toughness 5, so 2+ to wound. Ooh, 1 wound and AP 2, so
he's down to
he's down to 3 wounds. Now the 2 Star Cannons are going to shoot the Harpy as well, so that is 4 shots hitting on 2s. 4 hits. Wounding on Star Cannon is strength 6 against toughness 5, so 3+ to wound. And that is 2 wounds, and it's at AP 2, so he's down to 1 wound. So end of the shooting phase, so we'll take a leadership test for the Gene Stealer. Leadership 10, so he passes. Now a grounded test for this Harpy, so that's a 3+. Ooh, which it doesn't make, so he takes a strength 9 hit. That's wounding on 2+. And he gets his normal save, that's his AP dash. That's a 4+ save, which he doesn't make, so he crashes to the ground and dies. So into the combat phase, and the Wraith Knight makes it into basic contact with Harpy. So the Hammer of Wrath here, strength 10, so it's 2+ to wound, which it makes, and then a save of 4+, which he makes. So that's 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. 4 hits, wounding on 2s, because strength 10, and that is 3 wounds. And you want to make 3 saves?
Yep.
If any of these go through, it's instant death.
Okay, so...
So he's dead.
Yeah.
But he gets to attack back before he actually dies, because they're both initiative 5.
So
Just to attack back before he dies here, so it's hitting on 4s, 1 hit, and toughness 8. What's your strength? And to wound here, 6+, which he doesn't make, so no wounds back, and the harpy's dead. So end of turn 2 for the Eldar, and we have secured objective 1, because our Wraith Knight's over here. We haven't managed to get objective 4 because of that 1 Gene Stealer behind there, so that puts us up to 3 objectives, including Slay the Warlord. So we are into turn 3 for the Tyranids, and
yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it there, because I've only got 3 warriors and 1 Gene Stealer against a group of warp spiders.
Yeah, I think
jet
the
bikes,
odds
and a Wraith
here,
Knight.
yeah, you're down on tactical objectives and just the 3 warriors and that Gene Stealer, so there's no point in really continuing.
Yeah, Eldar pretty much wrecked me.
Alright, so let's get into the post-match. So into the post-match, guys, wow.
Yeah, I'm Eldar, man. Eldar, what can I say?
He got Eldar'd.
Yeah, I don't know, well, last time I played you again with the same list, I actually killed quite a lot of Eldar.
Well, you were winning in the last game, weren't you? You actually had killed more of my guys, but I just didn't. I think it was turn 5. I managed to turbo boost a jet bike to beat you by 1 point.
But I think
objectives.
a big deal in this game is in the last game you forgot a blade storm, but we used that in this game.
Yeah, the shuriken weapons from the jet bikes, knowing that they get AP2 on
that's a big deal against
to
flyers.
wound of a 6.
Yeah.
That is a big deal, and like your Tyrant, he died pretty quick. Pretty much everything died pretty quick. Like I don't know the balance here though. Eldar are so strong. They really are strong. And I know in the comments in every Eldar video, it's just like Eldar. You took jet bikes, cheesy lists.
Yeah, they are pretty strong.
But I mean, you've got like a flying circus kind of Tyranid thing going on. I mean, maybe you could have more Tyrants to make your list more competitive. But
at the end of the day, it comes down to the rolls of dice. So
yeah, but I mean, ending sort of turn 2 with this much, these, this little forces, I guess is kind of
well, I did kill 5 of your jet bikes and your whole Viper squad.
True, and you almost killed my warlord, the Farseer.
That's true.
But
I know it's a quick game. Roll of dice went his way, obviously, but I don't know.
We've got to look at maybe adding some balance here somehow. So
yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed the game anyway, guys, even though it only lasted 2 turns.
It was fun.
It was fun, yep. And thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, or check us out on tabletopminis.com. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, we've got a Patreon campaign with a link below in the video description. And all your support is much appreciated. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.
See ya.